Hello, welcome back. You guys, I was gonna actually film from a different location today because I know this park here in town. I'm in Glenwood Springs, Colorado today, and there's this park that's on the shore of the Roaring Fork River, which is absolutely stunning and beautiful. But then my son forgot his backpack this morning when I dropped him off at school, and I saw these fall colors and I couldn't resist. So I am coming at you with today's flow from the trail called Bob Scottie, and it is in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, and it's absolutely stunning. If you can hear some of the traffic, we are fairly close to the freeway, but this trail goes all the way up and around, and it actually used to be an old ski resort back in the 60s. And when you hike this trail, it's also called the Cross Trail, that's what we call it in our house anyway, you can see remnants of the old lift. And the reason it shut down is because Glenwood Springs actually didn't get a lot of snow after it was built. Like, it was open for like 4 or 5 years, and then the snowfall started to dissipate, which is actually what we're seeing worldwide. And I just want to mention real quick on that same topic, when we were in Jackson Hole, we went to the Teton Gravity Research video, the ski premiere for the show that they do every year. And one thing that they were talking about was in the 60s and 70s, there were over 1,000 ski resorts. So when you see those POW stickers, protect our winters, here's why. Now, currently, today in 2021, there are only about 300 ski resorts left. So the ones that were at lower elevations are starting to shut down because they're not receiving the snowfall that they once did, and they just can't operate any longer. The environmental crisis that we're in right now is actually really affecting our entire world, and it's affecting different aspects that not everybody realizes. So anyway, that's my little plug for, do what you can to help Mother Earth. She is here to heal us. There's so much on Mother Earth that really is of our benefit, and that is natural. The plant medicine, but not only just like psychedelics, like when you think plant medicine, cannabis and ayahuasca and mushrooms, those kinds of things. It's also freaking broccoli and parsley and cilantro and carrots and potatoes. Like, all of these things, they really help us. So it is really our due diligence to do what we can to protect Mother Earth. That is my plug for today. We're gonna get flowing. This is a flow that you could do if you only have a little bit of time, like in the morning, and you wanna get your heart rate up, or maybe it's like a quick little break throughout your day and you're like feeling sluggish. I know when I was a teacher, oftentimes like that 1 o'clock kind of would hit me, maybe even 2. For some people it's 3. If you need that little pick-me-up, this is the perfect flow for you. And Chaco seems to think that he's gonna take over my mat. I'm gonna ask you to move kindly. Look out, Chaco. Thank you. All right, so please come standing to the back of your mat. Inhale, your arms come up. Exhale, fold you forward. Walk your hands to the front of your mat into plank pose, coming down into your chaturanga, pushing up into upward facing dog. Hold a couple breaths. I mentioned in a video a while back that I used to know the Sanskrit words for a lot of these postures. Downward facing dog is Adho Mukha Savasana. So we move back into Adho Mukha Savasana. Downward facing dog. Just hold a little bit here. If this is your first down dog of the day, maybe walk out your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale in. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale in. Exhale, lion's breath. Stick your tongue out, big exhale. Slight bend in your knees. Inhale, walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rises you up. Exhale, swan dive down. Plant your hands, step back with your left foot, then your right, coming through your chaturanga. Adho Mukha Savasana. Bend your knees. Move forward, feet meet your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms come up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step your right foot back and then your left. Moving down through your chaturanga. Bend your knees, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Arms come up. 2 more times just like that on your own. Release, swan dive down. We will meet in standing with your hands at your heart. Good. Release your hands down. Inhale, arms come up. Swan dive, fold you forward. Halfway lift. Step your left foot back. Right foot back, chaturanga, upward facing, Adho Mukha Savasana. Step your right foot between your hands, plant your back foot 45 degrees, coming up into warrior one, arms come up next to your ears. Exhale into warrior two, arms come out to the side. Now, when you're in warrior two, sometimes that front leg likes to creep in. Make sure those hips are open nice. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Warrior two. Come back to warrior one. That foot stays planted. Exhale, your hands come down. Step back into plank, chaturanga. Left foot comes between your hands, plant that back foot down, warrior one on the left side. Now I notice my hips here wanted to turn to the right. So I'm going to widen my feet so that my hips come towards the front of my back. Arms come up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Warrior two. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, come back into the plank, moving through chaturanga. Really building some heat here. Right leg comes through between your hands, plant that back foot down, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Warrior two. Warrior one. Plant your hands, move back through your chaturanga. Really building some fire. Left foot comes through the hands. Plant that right foot down. Warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Warrior two. Warrior one. Plant your hands. Chaturanga. Again, one last time here. Right foot in. Plant that back foot down. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Warrior two. Warrior one. And move it through. Left foot comes through, plants between your hands. Right foot plants down. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Warrior two. Warrior one. Plant your hands, step it back. Chaturanga. Walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reverse your swan dive. Hands to heart center. Release your hands down. Mountain. Now notice how you feel here. Energized. You brought some life back to the body. Perhaps now you feel like you can accomplish that task you've been putting off all day. I know that task. Awesome. One last thing we're going to do, this is really, really good to do if you really are feeling that low energy. And this is something quick. If you can't go through a quick flow like this, get upside down. So we're going to play. If you have a wall, you can play against the wall. We're just going to do a few donkey kicks. If handstand is in your practice, that's where we're going. For me, handstand is something that I'm working on. So to do a full handstand without a wall is something that is a challenge, but I keep practicing. And donkey kicks is one way to get there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do about 5 donkey kicks. And then if you can come up into full handstand, then go ahead and do that. I love having the wall there. My feet hit the wall, and then I can sturdy myself and I bring my feet off. It's totally your choice. You can stick with the donkey kicks, whatever you feel comfortable with. But again, if you're ever feeling low energy, I used to do this when I was a teacher. I'd go, because I was a PE teacher, right? So I'd go in the gym, and they always had those pads on either side of the wall underneath the basketball hoops, and I would go and just do my handstands, and it just brought some energy so I could make it through my next class. So just a little helpful tip for you. All right, so we're gonna plant our hands and really like root down through each knuckle, through the entire palm of your hand. Your feet are going to step back like you're in plank, but your knees are bent. Arms are nice and strong, shoulders over your wrist. In handstand, you can kick up, but never in headstand. That's really bad for your neck. So I'm going to bring my right foot forward. I'm going to kick my left foot back, and I'm going to use my right foot to kick up, and kick up, and kick up. 2 more times this side, and then we'll switch. Left foot comes forward just a little bit, and we'll kick up. That donkey kick. Try and kick your butt with that left heel. And then come to your knees wherever you are. We're going to move into child's pose. So hands, arms come up out in front of you. Plant your forehead on your mat, toes touch, knees wide. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your heart rate begin to settle. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Push up with your hands. Go ahead, come into seated posture here, cross-legged. For a lot of people, wrist can be an issue. I've often, for a lot of big chunk of my life, I've had issues with my left wrist. So kicking up into donkey or coming up into handstand can really play a big role and can make me feel like, fuck, I'm never gonna get this. You can come onto your forearms, so then you're just using your forearms, but same thing, then your elbows would be underneath your shoulders. Just something to note for yourself, because I know that can be really frustrating. And just remember, yoga is not a competition. Yoga is not part of the Olympics. Yoga is simply a practice, and it's a practice that we use to get better at all things in our life, right? So let's just meditate on that, being grateful for where we are right here, right now. Hands rest on the knees and just gently close the eyes just for a couple minutes, a couple breaths. Slowly blink your eyes back open. Hands come to heart center. The light in me sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Welcome back to your day. We'll see you next time.